Hey guys, it's Destiny here and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I am going to be asking like a bunch of questions about being a black girl. It's called the common black girl tag. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Question number 1. Have you ever been told you sound like a white girl? No. What does a white girl sound like? Like, I don't know. Like, what does this question mean? Does it mean like a person who talks like, oh my god, I'm so happy to be here? Or what? Let me know, because if it's that, I don't sound like that. If it's, speaking properly, then I mean, I guess. Do you drink Starbucks? Not on the regular. Every time that I go to Starbucks, I always get the same thing. I'm the kind of person that I like to stick to, like, what I know, instead of getting something I don't like and having spent money for it and then I'm upset. I always get a strawberry frap. But I don't go that often, so I don't know. Do people ever say you act ghetto? No, I've never had anyone tell me that. Can you dance?
Sitting in a old Monte Carlo, a man whose heart is hollow. Take it easy.
I mean, I guess. Do you eat soul food or do you know what it is? Okay, so I am from the Caribbean. I was raised there for the prime parts of my life. So back there, obviously, we didn't have soul food, or like, I guess, American soul food. So I didn't really indulge in it. I came here and then, like, I had a lot of black friends who would be like, oh, they like collard greens and grits and stuff like that. I didn't know what it was, but now I do, but I don't really eat it like that. I eat fried chicken. I think that's only soul food, I guess. I don't like grits. I don't like cornbread. I'm horrible. Do you go to public, private, or charter school? I go to a private university. How long does it take you to get ready in the morning? It actually depends, because if I'm doing something simple like what I have on now, it can take me like 15 minutes. If I'm doing like a full-on face because I want to go somewhere and impress somebody, that takes about like an hour and a half, because I like to take my time. Don't want to make mistakes or anything. How many selfies do you take daily? I don't know. I only take selfies when I look good, or when I feel like I have like a good face on, I'll take a selfie. And I'll have to take multiple to make sure that I get the right selfie. But it's usually, when I take selfies, it's usually at one time of the day. Like, normally when I finish getting ready, I'll take selfies and then I'll be done for the day. Do you always try to look presentable? Yeah, like, I feel like I don't want to be walking out the house or going somewhere with a bonnet on and like a nightgown, because then you never know who you might meet. I could meet Zac Efron, and I don't want to be wearing a bonnet when I meet Zac Efron. And you also never know like what situation you're gonna be in. Like, I might think I'm just going to McDonald's drive-thru, nobody's gonna see me, but like I get stopped by a cop and they pull me over and I have to get out the car, and then everybody sees that I'm in a nightgown and a bonnet. So I always try to look presentable. And you also don't want to give people a reason to like, put you into the stereotype that they already have in their minds. What are your average grades in school? I get A's and B's. Do you have a lot of friends? No. I have a very close-knit circle of friends. I like it that way. I find that with bigger groups of friends, a lot of people fight and then a lot of people talk behind each other's back. But my main group of friends is about like 2 other people. And I do have other friends, but I like to keep things close and small. How many followers do you have on Instagram? Let's check. I'm not Instagram famous or anything, so I don't have a lot. I have 461 followers on Instagram. Does your name have Isha, Ja, or Neek in it? It does not. My name's Destiny, I think. That's pretty non-black if that's what the question was asking. Do you roll your neck or eyes commonly? I don't roll my neck. Like, what, like one of these? Like, oh, like one of these, I guess. That's supposed to mean like if I'm sassy. I don't roll my neck, but I do roll my eyes a lot. Because I get irritated a lot. So, how often do you get an attitude? Not often unless someone says something to tick me off, but I know how to control it. I don't like pop off on anybody. Do you like Taylor Swift? Okay, I don't really like her mannerisms or like the way she acts in public, if that makes sense. And I don't like the whole drama that surrounds her and her friends because I think that's petty. But I do think that she makes good music that's catchy. And prior to her turning pop, I really enjoyed like her country music with that was, you know, guitar based. Those are really nice, and she can write good songs, so I'll give her that. Have you ever had to deal with racism? Okay, I guess it's a little story time right now. So I told you before, I'm from the Caribbean, and as I grew up there, like, I never really saw race. I went to school with white people, I went to school with black people, I went to school with Hispanics and Muslims. And so I never really saw a difference in anyone. Like, obviously I knew that they were like, you know, different complexion than me or something like that, but I never really thought of it more than that. And I don't really think people where I'm from the Virgin Islands, I don't really think people place emphasis on that as much, because I think we all like enjoy the culture, we all enjoy the music, we all enjoy going to Village. Village is like a carnival that happens. Yeah, we had a lot of similar interests. We all love our country, and I never felt like there was a divide. Now, when I moved to America, there's obviously like a huge divide between races, particularly whites and blacks. I never experienced that back home. So it was a little bit weird for me because a lot of black Americans attribute like their failures to their skin color. Like, they'll say, I didn't get the job because I was black. My mindset prior to coming here was I didn't get the job because I wasn't good enough or someone was better qualified. But I learned that, you know, there is a divide. Racism still very much exists. It's probably more prominent in America than it is in the islands, especially with things like police brutality and, you know, discrimination. And, you know, I know the fight for equal rights and stuff like that. I guess it kind of makes sense that there's a divide, but I mean, that's always been foreign to me because I don't care who you are. I would talk to you the same because, you know, we're human. We're all the same. We all bleed the same, we all love the same, and we all hurt the same. So I don't really understand the point. Like, America really cares about race. Like, when I was in the islands, I don't recall a moment where I ever had to like check a box to say what I am. But in America, like, that's all you do for anything. I applied to go to colleges and I had to tell them I was black. When I'm taking like an AP test or SAT or something, I had to tell them I was black. And it's just like, why? Why does me being black affect how I'm gonna do on this test? Like, I mean, I get the mentality like black people aren't gonna do as well, and I've been told that ever since I came here, like, black people have to try twice as hard to be just as good. But it's just dumb. Like, we're all like, I should start like checking other because I don't conform to labels. Nobody puts babe in a corner. The question, have I ever had to deal with it? No. Maybe I have. Maybe something has happened to me that was like racist, but I don't really, like I said, I don't really think of it like that. I just think that people are mean, people are rude. Yeah. Would you date a white boy or any other ethnicity outside of your race? First of all, white is not an ethnicity, it's a race, so I don't know. The question's kind of messed up, but I would. I don't discriminate. Do you wear weave? If so, how often? I do wear weave. I haven't been wearing weave like lately, because I usually stick to wigs and like crochet braids because they're faster, easier. less of a headache, but I have worn them in the past. Are you light skin, brown skin, or dark skin? Okay, so I hate this question because, you know, I'm black. I don't like, you know, not discriminating, but like putting people in categories. But I've always thought that I was light skinned, right? You know, like my family, my mom, I live with my mom and my her sisters, my aunts. All of my family on my mom's side are darker than me, so they always called me light skinned, or Shabine, which is a Creole term for, like, you know, light skinned people. And my cousins who were the same complexion as me consider themselves as light skinned, and my father, who I take my complexion after, considers himself light skinned. So I always thought that meant I was light skinned. But when I moved to university, a lot of people have been categorizing me as brown skin, and I actually never heard that before. I kind of thought it was synonymous with light skin. So here's what people have been telling me, like, the difference. So they tell me, I'm gonna put pictures on the screen so you can see. They tell me that this is light skin, they tell me that this is brown skin, and they tell me that this is dark skin, right? And I was confused because the people who they categorize as dark skin, I thought they were brown skin, because my mom's this color. I don't consider her to be dark skin. I just consider her to be like the standard black. And then I feel like if you're darker than the standard black, or you're lighter than the standard black, that makes you dark skin and light skin. But I don't know. You guys decide. You tell me what I am, because I don't know what I am. Are you described as loud or quiet? I am described as quiet. Yeah, I don't really open up to people unless, you know, I have a reason to, so I'm really shy at first. But once you get to know me, I'm outgoing and all that. What's the most annoying question you get asked? Well, I said this before, I'm from the Caribbean, and I get asked a lot, how do you say insert word here in your language? Now, we don't have a different language, we have a different dialect, we have an accent, but it's really annoying because they don't really know. Another one that I get asked is if I say I'm from the Caribbean, they automatically assume I'm from Jamaica, like Jamaica's the only island that exists in the Caribbean. Have you ever been called ratchet? No. Do you pat your head or do you do the assisted scratch? I do both. I do both. Who is your favorite African American couple? This is hard. I actually don't know any African American couples. Because I don't really pay attention to that stuff. I know there's like Boris and his wife. God, I forget her name. But I don't really pay attention to who's married and stuff like that. So I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know. What African American women do you look up to? I got Michelle Obama, Taraji P. Henson, Viola Davis because she's killed the game, and Rihanna because she's black, obviously. She's amazing and she's Caribbean as well, so I relate to her on a strong level. What is your favorite thing about being African American? My favorite thing about being African American is the fact that we're so cool that other races want to take our stuff or borrow our stuff and make it their own. Call it what you will. I'm just gonna leave it there. Do you like fried chicken? Do you like watermelon? I don't like watermelon, but I do like fried chicken. Do you commonly talk with your hands? When I explain stuff, I feel like I need to talk with my hands because it makes what I'm explaining more like easy to explain and so that other people can know that I'm explaining something. But yeah. Have you ever been in a physical fight? No. Violence is never the answer, guys. Do you know how to twerk? Yes, I actually learned how to twerk at the beginning of this year. Like I'm late to the game. Like I didn't know how to twerk. Do you have any white friends? I do. I guess that's it for all the questions. I actually kind of really liked doing this. They were really good questions and it made me think on some of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, then please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to know every time I post a new video, then please hit subscribe. And also don't forget to hit the bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified every single time I post another video. And I'll see you guys next time.